We all know that there's a life inside of us that's just crying to get out. And oftentimes we wander around and we wonder to ourselves, what is my purpose in life? What is it that I'm meant to do? What is my calling? I want to share with you some different tools that Satan might use to get us off that path of purpose and where we're heading. The first one that he loves to use is dissuasion. Oh, there's one. He tries to distract us. So, since I was a little girl, all I've ever wanted to do was sing and entertain people, because as you can tell, I'm very shy.
Yes.
And I'm extremely shy. My teachers tried telling me that I should be a teacher, an English teacher. Dad told me that I would never make it in music because I didn't know anybody and I had to be really, really good. I'd have others tell me, like my old boss, he told me that I would never be anything more than a meat wrapper. I still work in a supermarket, but before I did the job I do now, I wrapped meat. So guess what? I'm still singing. Got a lot of bumps along the way, but even when people learned about Mike and my idea of moving to South Carolina, they said, "What do you want to do that for? We need you here. There's so much to do here. What about your family? You're going to leave all your family behind. What will you do for work?" And those types of things. And, we can really get wrapped up in thinking about what other people say to us. But we cannot let that happen. Yes, we definitely should seek godly counsel from people who are wise in the Lord, definitely. But when we know that God has spoken to our inmost being about our purpose, His purpose for our lives, we need to listen to that. When the angel of the Lord came to Joseph and told him about Mary being with child, and he was to take her as his wife, don't you think he had to take a little heat from that from the others around him? Just think about how it was in those days. People hearing about an unwed mother. You should just be done with her. She'll taint you for the rest of your life. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine if he had not been obedient to God's plan for his life, how things may have turned out? Another thing the devil loves to use is discouragement. Anybody here ever been discouraged? Time or two? Well-worn tool indeed. So easy to get down and out when things don't go the way we think they ought to. And I'm going to confess to you right here and now that I am just coming out of a season of discouragement, that I allowed myself to get sucked into that because things weren't going my way. Because apparently I know best. Right. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you an example. I was all set to go to South Carolina last April. Told my boss, see you later. A couple weeks, I'm going to South Carolina. I don't think I told Mike, though. But, no. So, yeah, told everybody we're going. Yep, this is it. Well, no, God had a different idea. And I crashed. I said, wow, what a disappointment that was. God, I thought you had told us this was it. And lots of things happened in the process, and I just kept going down deeper and deeper and deeper, right into that pity pit.
What?
The pity pit.
Yeah.
Pity, P-I-T-Y.
Got it.
Not a pity pit, like a pit that's pity. So I was cranky, I was depressed, cynical, angry. I mean, I was right down in that bottom, and I'd even cry to Mike, we're never gonna make it. And I became downright rebellious. I wouldn't talk to God, stopped reading His Word, stopped fellowshipping. And apparently, as along with being a singer, I'm a pretty good actress too, apparently, because many people didn't know. And maybe some of you are a little shocked that I was going through this journey. But I darn near ruined myself. And I'm going to give this example. God said to Joshua, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." His eyes saw our unformed bodies. We would do well to remember that he has something very special awaiting us just around the bend. And the third one that I want to talk about is doubt. Yucky doubt. In Exodus, we hear all about the Israelites. Wander, 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 because all they wanted to do is complain, 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 no matter how many signs and wonders God showed them. He said, "How many more times do I have to show you that you can trust me? Don't doubt that I have this land flowing with milk and honey for you." Got right down to the Red Sea. Here's Pharaoh coming up behind them with his chariots and mighty horses, a great army coming to trample them. And Moses says, "What am I to do, Lord?" The people are like, "See, we told you, Moses, you should have left us alone where we were." So Moses cried out to God, "God, what do I do?" And he said, "Tell the people, I will show you what I'm going to do this day. See and trust and be still and see the glory of the God." So Moses took his staff over the Red Sea and parted it. Now, if I had been Moses, I would have taken that staff and whacked everybody over the head with it. What's wrong with you people? Yes. So, parted the Red Sea. And again, he showed his mightiness to the Israelites. Of course, we all know they believed it then, and then they started whining not long after. But we need to remember, look back in our lives at the times when we prayed and asked God for his deliverance and he gave it. We need to remember those times that he is always faithful. No matter what we're going through, he's going to bring us through those times and he's going to give us the desires of our heart. All the days ordained for you were written in his book before one of them came to be. Think back on other times when God came through for you and you'll see that doubt fade away. Now I want to share with you 3 things that I think we can do to withstand the attacks from the father of lies. The first one is discover. Seek and find your purpose in God's kingdom. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door shall be opened for you. Take a look at your gifts. Is it serving others? Is it music? Is it teaching? If you're not sure, ask God. He'll reveal it to you. He has given every single one of us in this room a very special ability to serve him. Remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. The next one is delight. May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, "The Lord be exalted, who delights in the well-being of his servant. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praises all day long." In Psalm 37 says, "Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." Need I say more?